Hello, my beautiful souls. It's Light Empress. As you can see, I have a new setup, and probably that's why my regular viewers are not clicking on my videos. I'm not sure, but please support me by leaving a comment and like for an energy exchange for the YouTube to recommend my videos. And let's see what is happening between you and your person today. I would say it's an inability. Yeah, your person is really full of themselves for a good reason, because I see here a successful person. A person who knows their worth, and you too, by your side, you are happy, you are delighted with life, you are delighted with I see you both fulfilled with yourself. Whatever, in which situation you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, you are fulfilled, you are thriving, and you both are thriving. And they admit that you are also in a very good place. You both are adults. You both are adults, I mean, in a good way. So like you answer for your words, you answer for your actions, and you cherish yourself. And that person also, the person that you're thinking about, they also cherish themselves, they also live a very good life, and it feels like you both are on the same level. You are thriving. And the thing that I see between two of you right now is just the miscommunication. It's the inability to solve the issues and unwantedness to solve the issue. And I see that it stands from the fact that you both are so full of yourself. You have such amazing lives, like everything. You have everything on your plates, literally, because we see here with the Nine of Cups in this deck, wonderful deck, I love it. And on this deck, this person is eating. That's why I said on the plate, like literally on the plate. And we see pentacles, right? So it's cooperation. And it seems like you don't even need this person right now to solve any issues in your life, because all the relationships, however we would like to see the relationships are meant for people to fulfill their needs. And we see two people who have successfully fulfilled their needs. And for what I'm trying to say is that when there are two people from these good backgrounds, when they unite, they need a very good cause to continue the long-term relationship, because they have everything figured out. You have everything figured out in your lives. And so for your relationship to work, you need something higher than just needs, than just support, than just money. You need a soul tie. You need a genuine connection. And this is what you both require from each other. And what I see here is just a miscommunication. It's a simple miscommunication. And with the Five of Swords here, I also see that they are a bit of vengeful and cruel right now. And I'm guessing that it is because they see you thriving, wonderful, and I feel this energy from them, that they are used to treat people with support, with like from a higher position. Like they usually they treated their partners from this, like from the paternal side. And I'm seeing a man here. If it is a woman, if you're a man watching this reading, then it is a woman. And women, of course, can also play this mothering role, in a sense that some women like to help men to provide in any type of forms anyways. So I'm seeing that you're the person that you're thinking about. And by the way, guys, this is a signification. So if you feel like this reading, if what I'm saying is for you, it resonates with your situation, yes, continue watching. So anyways, again, I'm seeing that your person, they are used to treat the partners like from the high, from above, look at the partners from above, because they are satisfied with seeing that they are fulfilling the needs. It provides them this emotional satisfaction. And you are already satisfied. You are not nagging. You were not asking for anything extra. You did not ask them for money. You did not ask them for anything. You were just present. And you wanted just to be happy. And that's why you turned into hermit mode, because this is your response. Because if your feelings are not supported, if you don't feel the vibe, if you understand that you are not understood, you feel like you don't need to be present here anymore. And if you feel disrespect, if you feel that the vibe is shifting, you respect your feelings, you respect yourself, and you respect your body, you respect your boundaries. And that's why you said here, okay, I see how you're treating me. I see that you don't want to communicate, because the reason why this person here in the Five of Swords energy is because there is something in their shadow. It's something in their subconscious. And this could be the reason why they became so successful, or why they became so fulfilled. And we're going to discover it a bit more in this reading. But I see here that this cruel mindset that they have, and it is something really cruel here, because they wanted you to obey. And the reason why they are so cruel, and the reason why they are misunderstanding you, is because they thought that you will cooperate with them, and that you will how do I say it? That you will provide with this emotional support, that you will be the first one who will say, I'm sorry, that if this person betrayed you, you will be the one who will obey to them and come and say, I'm sorry, even if they were wrong, that you will communicate first. They wanted you to communicate first. And when they see that you are actually fulfilled, that you are actually okay by being yourself, and we're going to see what they're feeling about that. But first, I want to know how this all happened. Like, what was the issue? What was exactly the issue, for you to understand again if this reading is for you or not? So Spirit, can you please tell me what's the problem here with them? What was the situation that teared you and you both apart? You know what? I'm sensing, not only because of the King of Pentacles here, but I'm sensing that your person is a earth sign, heavy earth sign, or has like some major placements in earth signs, because they are resisting the change. But the first thing that they're telling me here is that I don't want to change it. Like, they really, really insist on you coming towards them and saying, I don't know, I'm sorry, or saying that you were not right. They are not willing to admit that they could have been a problem. And also the thing that I see here, that this relationship could have started. So the start of this conflict was in the fact that the relationship could have started really abruptly, really, really fast. Because the two successful, two incredible people, two people who are mature, as it seemed at that moment, two mature people met, and they saw how great they are. And in this greatness, they forgot that for the creation of sustainable relationship, time is needed. And here I see two people, it could be that they forced it, by the way, that they forced the words, they forced the confessions. Because I see here with the 10 of Wands, I see that they could have said or confessed first, and they were like, oh my God, what have I done? And now I have to carry this, and now I have to sustain this relationship. Now I have to be present in this relationship with this person. Am I sure in this person? They started questioning themselves. And here this 7 of Cups tells me that it seems like it's either a love bombing, or they were so swiped off their feet with your beauty, or with, I don't know, just with your personality, or with how great you are, because I see that you're genuinely happy, and you may attract people with your happiness, with your fulfillment, and they could have not resisted that happiness, that radiating greatness that you are. So it could have been not a love bombing. It could have been that they really wanted you. But in a moment, they realized, oh my God, what do I do with that? And they kind of started backing off. And then that's where the conflict has been created. I could even call this situation as a fight of two titans. Despite the fact that one of the titans is you do not want to fight. And your person wants to prove the point, to prove some kind of point that right now they're happy without you and everything else. But let's see if I'm right in what I see here. Spirit, what does this person, my collective is thinking about? How do they see my collective? How do they see? They... Without any doubts, again, 9, we see 9 and the 10 of Pentacles. The Pentacles, again, it's all about Pentacles. It's all about earth signs. It's all about stability. They see you unshakable. You are unshakable. And I see also there the 8 of Wands. You're also, there's something about your wit. There's something about how you take decisions. In the 6 of Wands here, yet you are you could be a boss at the job, or you generally could be very successful, very established, and they see that. And I'm sensing that they want to prove their point, and their cruelness comes from competitiveness. I am sensing that, and that's why I called it a fight of two titans. Because they see you, and yes, this 8 of Wands, I see this as a collapse, and there's a fight. I just wanted to say rapid movement, but for some reason I said fight. Interesting. And so I'm seeing this as if it is a fight for a dominance, to be honest, and they really want to prove the point with their silence. Because they think that they could outsit you in silence, in the shadow, that they could outnumb you, because they don't realize that you are okay. But they think that you will crack. At a certain point, they think that you will crack, despite the fact that you are so good, that you are... People look at you, like all the people, they look at you and they're like, how this person can be so good, so full of themselves, so successful, so amazing. And maybe you're not that financially successful, but there is something about you that radiates happiness. Like you are genuinely happy with your life. You are genuinely established. Your bills are paid. Your mortgage is paid. You're living your own house. Everything is great. And so they think, because they are almost on the same level as you are, or even maybe even higher, they think that at certain point, something in your life or generally in your feelings, it could be, they're waiting for the trigger, for some trauma, for some sort of event to trigger your feelings, and they are creating this event by this silence. They are creating this silence to trigger you. Because they desperately want you to crack this silence, to reach out. And this person, because they are so persistent, they can wait for a very long time, but they will run after you here, because I see them with this 5 of Swords. They need that. They need your attention. They need to prove the point. You don't need to prove any point. You are okay with this Hermit. You are okay just by yourself in your garden with this 9 of Pentacles. You are okay with all of your flowers. And your flowers could be kids. It could be your previous family. It could be your connections. Anything that gives you the sense of fulfillment. And they think that there is some drawback, some crack in your perfect system. And they think that abandonment is this crack. Because for them, in their system, in their life, everybody's weakness is solitude. This is how they operate, and that's why they are so cruel, because they have experienced it before. And they can abandon themselves, and they abandon you in hopes that you would suffer from it. But the answer is you won't. The answer is you won't. But you know what? I want to dig a bit deeper in their shadow side. I want to understand why exactly they are doing that, and how do they feel? How do they feel towards you? Why they are doing that? It seems to me, let me just, Spirit, why are they doing that? It seems to me that at certain point they envy you. They envy they envy what you have. They envy the fact that whatever you're working for, it pays off. And I see their distorted emotions here. What do they exactly, Spirit? What does this person exactly feel? The feelings towards my collective, the feelings that they have deep inside, despite of them. The feelings is that you could have been a very good couple. You could have been married, because again, this is a power couple. This is a couple of two, and I will say it again, two successful people. But because one person decides to wait, and one person decides to back off for their specific reasoning, it doesn't work out for now. Stubborn. They are so stubborn. And they are stubborn with their, I would say, emotions, because the Spirit does not show me anything besides that. It is some wounds from their past that just itching, I would say, because Spirit does not show me anything besides that. This old wounds are creating the literal conflict here with this Five of Wands that just literally triggers them, because they did not realize that they will meet a person like you, and they genuinely feel at first they felt so happy, but then they started comparing. Then they started realizing that you are not being manipulated in any type of way. And I don't see them doing any major manipulations, but they realize that you will not be weak, and you are not made for weak. And you have your own opinions, you have your own desires, and these desires have to be respected. They didn't expect that. And they genuinely thought that you will run after them. And right now, again, they're just trying to prove their point. Everything that I said before is just the Spirit tells me everything the same. The only thing that I see here, this King of Cups, is telling me that they are. It could be that they're even avoiding their emotions. There is something about their trauma. There is something about their past that is just not giving them the permission to be vulnerable, to reach out first, because this is how they built themselves, and this is how they built their success, on these avoiding the emotions, avoiding their desires, and they would rather suppress their desires to communicate, suppress their feelings, just in order to prove the point. And unfortunately, with the amount of pentacles that I see, because I asked for the feelings, but still we get pentacles, still we get, there's some sensitive, heavy Capricorn, heavy earth signs energies, Taurus too. I'm sensing that this person is super, super stubborn. And if they decided, and by the way, you can do whatever you want, because your role here is to thrive, is just to be who you are, and maybe to prove your point to them, for them to understand that their authority can be shakable. Their beliefs, even though they think that they are established person, their beliefs can be shaken. That you and your desires, your emotional desires, by the way, and the way that also you are emotional and you are respecting your emotions, they have to respect their emotions too. Not only their decisions, not only their logical thinking, but also their emotional part. Because I see that they are neglecting that. It appeared to be quite a long reading with the same message, but I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it resonated. If it did resonate, please hit the like button for the energy exchange. And I see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.